Hey, what's up, team? I'm going to go ahead and open up MyFitnessPal and kind of give you the lay of the land of the app. So, you're going to first download it in the App Store, of course. You're going to see a blue app background with a little white guy. That's MyFitnessPal. It's going to go ahead and have you set up an account, which is simply just going to be an email and a password. Then it's going to ask you like basically basic questions of your weight, your height, and it's going to go ahead and use its little algorithm to be able to figure out a calorie goal for you based upon whether you want to lean out, lose weight, or build muscle. You can kind of just breeze through that until you get to the home screen here, okay? So in MyFitnessPal, this is going to be a tracking app. And what you're going to see on the very first page is you're going to see your calories. We first have to be able to set your calorie goal. So how you're going to go ahead and do that is you're going to navigate to more, then you're going to go ahead and navigate to goals, and then you're going to go ahead and navigate to calorie and macro goals. And then we're going to want to make sure that you the recommended calories. You can go ahead and scroll off. So therefore, you can go ahead and actually adjust your calories to what I'm going to tell you what you need to eat, right? So mine are obviously a little bit different than yours, but let's just go ahead and say it's 2,500 calories, okay? And then from there, we're going to use these sliders to go ahead and determine your percentages of macros. So you're going to see here right now, it's at 35% protein, 30% fat, and then 35% carbs. This is just dependent on where your macros need to be, okay? From there, it's then going to go ahead and you can see here now that the calorie goal has changed to 2,500, which I'll have to switch back, but that's an example. How you can go ahead and see your macros throughout the day, so therefore you know when to fill in, because again, we're tracking your foods, is you're going to see underneath carbs, fats, and proteins. This is how much I've had today, so I know I'm closer to my goals, okay? And what we're going to be using this for, okay, is basically transferring all of your meals that we gave you on your meal plan into this app. But you're going to see, you're going to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, okay? You're then going to go ahead and press log, which is then going to open up the database, okay? You have a couple of options here. In MyFitnessPal Premium, which you're all going to get, you're going to be able to use a barcode scanner to scan a barcode. You're also going to be able to use the AI meal scan in times when you're at like restaurants and things like that. Or you're going to go ahead and search the actual foods, okay? How I'm going to be teaching you guys is we're going to be going ahead and creating your own restaurant menu. We're going to be thinking about your food like your family's opening up your own restaurant, and you're going to think about what's on your restaurant menu, what's on the kids menu, right? These are the foods you're going to be having in rotation, and these are the foods that you're allowing in your house, okay? We're going to be getting in the habit of eating similar foods, so all of these my meals are going to be basically your restaurant menu, and I'm going to be instructing you on what to do with those, okay? Recipes are pretty similar, and then my foods, again, are pretty similar as well. You can do quick adds here, so even if it's like meal prep containers and you wanted to just put the amount of macros there, you can do that. You can create foods, you can make custom foods, you can do pretty much a lot there. But we're going to be hanging out with my meals, and then you're going to be looking at this here. Most important thing at the search bar is that we're going to be typing in things like chicken breast, brown rice. It's then going to lead you into a bunch of different labels. We're always going to be using grams. So let's just say you're going to click this. You're going to have serving size, number of servings. You're always going to click the serving size. You're always going to switch it to grams. And then we're always going to go ahead and use the decimal or fraction side. The decimal works really good because you can just literally say, hey, if something's 200 grams, and then boom, you can do that, and you can log it. And then what you're going to see, it starts to get logged, okay? Wherever I just log this in here, which I'm going to have to delete that. So therefore, it's all good for today. But this is kind of the lay of the land here. And you can go ahead and the plus sign is another way that you can just log a food at the bottom there, which just makes it super simple.